Walking out the door, racking the slide, warning shot,
Go! Go!
issued commands, hmm, okay, dumb, go in the house, extra dumb. Solutionaries, what we just saw there was a gentleman in New York, upstate New York, shoot at a Uber driver or some sort of food delivery driver. I don't really fully understand. I'll check the comments below to see what it is. But nonetheless, this guy comes out of his house, decides that this person that was looking for directions, that's what the story says. This person was looking for directions, asks for directions, you got a Ring camera. He comes outside armed and he shoots at the person. Now, obviously, we're going to deal with the first thing first. Every single person that has taken any one of our classes knows that that thing that he's calling a warning shot is not a thing. That's more that media telling you stuff that's not real as it relates to firearms. A warning shot is not a thing, okay? You use a firearm to actually shoot a person or stop the threat when the threat is imminent. If you don't know all about all of that, we go over those points of firearms ownership in our newsletter. Subscribe for the newsletter. But outside of that, that's the first thing that jumps out at me. Then after that, he issues commands. He says, go, which is okay, fair. Even if we ignore the warning shot because it's on his property. Cool. No harm, no foul. Now he issues commands and the person drives away and then honks like, okay, dude, you got it. Then he decides to wait a little bit longer as the person is pulling off that's probably scared shitless because you just shot a firearm, right? He doesn't know what's going on. Most people never got shot at. So now you wait and you present your firearm again, and what it looks like he was trying to like line up his red dot, if he got a red dot on there, line up his sights, get his dot on, whatever, and then decides to fire another round. Okay? Not in the direction of the ground like this so-called warning shot, but another shot in the direction of the human. The human that is already compliant with your commands to get off of your land. Number one. Now, here's the other thing that I would love to see. I would love to see the context before this video. The Ring camera here footage starts at when he's coming out the house and he's armed and he's racking the slide, doing the whole like show of force thing. Okay, cool. I would like to know, just for objectivity's sake, did the guy threaten him? Was the guy banging on his door? Did the guy have a gun? Which doesn't, in my opinion, justify him shooting at the dude because the dude's leaving. But I want to believe that it was something else in this scenario more than this guy backing up after you told him to back up. And what was actually said on that Ring camera. That context matters, but not much in my opinion based on from where we see. It would have to be something really, really egregious for me to justifiably say, okay, that's cool. And I can't even really fathom what it is, but I'm going to remain open to saying maybe it's something that happened. But outside of that, he does the warning shot. He shoots one round in the direction after he's issued commands of the person. Then he shoots another round at the person that's compliant, that's leaving, and I'm assuming that third round was the one that actually hit this person. Now, some of y'all are going to say, well, Maj, it's his castle. He gets castle doctrine. He gets the whatever. Morally, I disagree with you. I'm not shooting at nobody that's leaving, especially if they allegedly were a Uber delivery driver asking for directions. But even with that, even if y'all wanted to land on stand your ground, castle doctrine, whatever, right? This is in New York State. New York State is a duty to retreat state. Simple and plain. It is. He, in my opinion, based on what I see right here, has no legal or moral standing to do the goofy shit that he just did. These are the types of people that are excited to pull out their firearm when a firearm's a last resort. These are the type of people that I'm going to show these guys. You pull up to my house at such and such time at the night. I'm going to show you. Now what he's potentially about to be shown is a jail cell. That's the reality of that situation. Unless it's something that's happening in that video that justifies it before we start the beginning of this actual Ring camera footage. Solutionaries, this is the reason why it's important to take a firearms class. to know what you can legally and where you want to be morally as it relates to firearms ownership. This is the reason why we stress conflict resolution. This is the reason why we stress, we get you. You got the camera and all of that. But all that camera did at this point, instead of if the bad guys were there to attack him, all this ring camera did for him was prove how much of a goofy he is, and he's probably going to do some time for that in the state of New York, the very, very anti-gun state of New York. Great, we got the Bruin decision. We overturned the bullshit carry laws in New York City. But this right here is 1000% egregious, and I don't know if anybody could come up with a reason to justify it in their mind. Maybe y'all do that in the comment section. But anyway, hit the link below. If you just purchased a firearm, or if you're thinking about purchasing a firearm, and you want to know the protocols, you want to know the nomenclature, you want to know how to handle your firearm and what the legal and moral situation that you should be situated in, hit the link below. Take the class. The class is only $20. You take it at your leisure, and that $20 could be the difference between you being a safe and responsible free firearms owner and this guy who's probably going to go to jail for a very, very long time. But I don't know. Maybe y'all think I'm wrong. Mine's just his castle. Maybe you give me something that disproves me in the comment section. You get something right, I'll agree with you. You get something wrong, you're going to get some pushback in that comment section. Either way, my name is Maj Toure, the founder of Solutionary University. Hope to see you in a class soon. Be safe, be solutionary.